Maya Nityadvayanandarasasvarupine Bhumne Sada Paradayambudhamne Namaste Namaste Vibho Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidanandamurti Namaste Namaste Tapoyogagamya Namaste Namaste Shrutijnanagamya Swarajya Samrajya Vibhutiresha Bhavat Kripa Shri Mahima Prasadat Prapta Maya Shri Gurave Mahatmani Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namastasmai Sadaikasmai Kasmai Janmahase Namaha Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajati Guru Rajati Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajati Guru Rajati. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, the Shikshavalli is over. Now, we have to start the Brahmanandavalli. The Shanti mantra for this is Sahana Bhavatu, which we did in Kathopanishad also. But in some of your books you will find that Shanno Mitra is again repeated here and then followed by Sahana Bhavatu. So we will start from Sahana Bhavatu. This Shanno Mitra, the Shanti mantra, we have already explained a lot in the beginning, as well as whatever changes have been made in the end part of that mantra is the same with the tense difference only. Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Om Sahana Bhavatu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahanau Bhunaktu.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Ma vidvishavahai.
Ma vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Now here in this Taittiriya it takes a little different significance also, because in most of the Upanishads we have studied so far, like Kathopanishad, Mundakopanishad, Kenopanishad, maybe partly Brihadaranyaka and all other some also. Everywhere the subject matter starts with Brahma Vidya. This is very important. It just straight away starts with Brahma Vidya. So we have the Shanti mantra of this kind, which is chanted for a proper preservation and propagation of Brahma Vidya. And it should be chanted together by the Guru and the Shishya. Now in Taittiriya it is taking a little special significance, because Taittiriya is starting with a chapter called Shikshavalli, where all kinds of instructions are given, and I have been trying hard to relate them to the final instruction, that how they will make the character of the students so that they can start. We are all born as bound, but our Shastras, our Samskriti, our culture, Indian culture, based on the 4 Purusharthas, 4 ashramas, is such that it allows us to get over, outlive the bondages we develop in our life, have a successful, fulfilling life, and then before death get liberated also. So it is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, as we say. So it doesn't just ends with dharma. The dharma is being preserved and implemented, and by that only it becomes rigorous as a living experience. When we live dharma in earning money and spending them for fulfilling our rightful desires, not forgetting the whole human society. It is such a beautiful way of life for the individual as well as for the society. And when we live according to that, the beauty is that we will automatically outlive all the kamas. So there is a lot of misconception that in spirituality we are always saying that you have to renounce all kamas. Yes, we have to when you go for the ultimate truth, otherwise you will not know the truth. So you have to at that point. But in the life when you are born with lot of desires and all, you have to select with your Viveka Buddhi what are the rightful desires and what are the wrong desires. Which fulfillment of which desires will take us to the ultimate goal of liberation, freedom. And fulfillment of what kind of desires will take us away from that, shreyas, prayas, etc. So, in the Shikshavalli, they have given a beautiful lesson to live the life properly. I have been emphasizing repeatedly that it is the Gurukula, and the students have come at a very young age, and by about 18 or so they are taking leave from the Pathashala, from the Gurukula learning. So the last 11th Anuvaka we did was the Samavartana, that is the convocation address given by the Acharya, by the teacher to the students, that he has taught all the whatever to be taught, and how will you live in life so that, live your life so that all this knowledge becomes implemented, becomes living knowledge. Now, here it is different. What used to happen is that we need not say that it is the same Gurukula also, but it could have been the same also. What used to happen is after the Samavartana, some of the students who had no desire or very little worldly desires or so, seeing the importance of the living life harmonious with the truth and knowing the ultimate truth firsthand, they would like to take that. They would not like to go for earning wealth or money or fulfilling their worldly desires. By the tuition. In the Gurukula itself, they develop so much of Vairagya that from the Gurukula they would become a disciple, a brahmacharin, who is a seeker of the ultimate truth, seeker of the ultimate goal of life. So earlier they were brahmacharin, then after Samavartana, who would refuse to go for the earning and worldly life, they would take to, it is called generally Naishthika Brahmacharya. Nishtha means dedicated to that. That means they would take a vow that we will not get married, we will not go for the worldly desire fulfillment. We will work for knowing the ultimate truth and live according to the truth. So they were being called Naishthika Brahmacharis. So they would stay back in the Gurukula, provided the Acharya is qualified to give them the full Brahma Vidya knowledge. In many cases it might have happened that the Acharya may not be fit to give them the Brahma Vidya Diksha. So that students will pass on from there and go to another Guru where they will pursue the Brahma Vidya. So it depends on the situation, social situation, where who will do what. But here, this is very important. The first part, the Shikshavalli, is in a Gurukula, where the teacher is, generally it is referred to as Acharya. Acharya we use everywhere. But in the Brahmanandavalli, in this section onwards, when the Brahma Vidya is been given, then it becomes Guru, more Guru than an Acharya. Acharya means one who teaches, but that can as well be a Guru. But here it is more of a Guru. Now one thing I would like to point out, if you note the Shanti mantras, Shanno Mitra Shamvarunaha, which we have been chanting all along, there we are praying to the natural powers, various powers, Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, Brihaspati, Indra, Brihaspati, Vishnu. And what are we asking? Everywhere you will find Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha, Shanno Bhavatvaryama. This no means it is actually Naha. Shan Naha Mitraha. This Naha is Bahuvachana, means plural. How is it coming? Mam, Ma, Avam, Nau, Asman, Asmakam, Naha. It is the Dvitiya Vibhakti, Mam, Ma, Avam, Nau, Asmakam, Naha. Now, this now is coming in Dvivachana, whereas Naha is coming in Bahuvachana. Why suddenly I have started explaining grammar? Because this Shanno Mitraha is a prayer done by all. It's a general prayer that may we be protected, may we be given this, given that, etc. They are praying to, you can say to the Brahman, to the God, to the Lord, to the natural powers, whatever. They are praying for all in general, for various things as they have said. Whereas in this, it is Saha Nau Avatu. May we too. Here everything is now, now, now in this Shanti mantra. That means we have come down from all to only two. Who are the two? The Guru and the Shishya. So it is not out of selfishness. It is out of a much deeper, broader perception. Because when it comes to Brahma Vidya Diksha and Brahma Vidya Sadhana, then the Guru-Shishya relationship takes an altogether different dimension, which will not be found in the usual Gurukula education. There also it's a very loving relations, sacrificing relations, everything will be there. But when it comes to the bestowing and receiving Brahma Vidya, there we have to get over all our constrictions, and the two, the Guru and Shishya, will have to become one. Now there is another side of this which I have explained earlier in Kathopanishad also. The question is that this Brahma Vidya is not a theoretical Vidya, it's a living knowledge, it is not a theoretical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge you can get from the book. But when we receive the knowledge from the Guru, by staying with the Guru, in the association of the Guru at least, then this knowledge, it's a living knowledge transferred by the Guru to the Shishya. And the Shishya also will have to live the knowledge. So, there the outlook is quite different. That is what is coming in this section. What are they saying? Saha nau avatu. This saha means two together. It means a great thing. It means that the Guru and the Shishya will be open to each other without any hindrance, without any obstruction. The Shishya will open his mind to the Guru to receive the divinity. Whereas the Guru should love the disciple so much that he should be ready to give all that he has to the Shishya, provided the Shishya can receive it. In many cases the Guru wants to give, but most cases the Shishyas cannot receive it. So the Guru cannot give, that is different. But where the relationship is the proper harmonious relationship, like Nachiketa and Yama, like Arjuna and Krishna, there the Shishya is yearning to receive it, and the Guru also is yearning to give it to the disciple. That we found very well in Kathopanishad. The whole story, it is so beautifully presented. The relationship between Yama and Nachiketa. People will not know. You have to read between the lines. People will think that Nachiketa died and he went to Yamaraja, and then Yamaraja said this and gave him some boon and all. It's not like that. It's the highest level of relationship in the world that they have presented there, which is the Guru-Shishya relationship. And if it is that kind of a relationship, then this saha means really it becomes meaningful. The two together, what are they doing? The Shishya, Guru is bestowing, is transferring, is communicating Brahma Vidya, and the Shishya is receiving Brahma Vidya, and by practice of what he has received, he also blossoming with Brahma Vidya. So it is like the two flowers, the Guru and Shishya, blossoming together. For the purpose of what? Purpose of Brahma Vidya itself. They are offering, surrendering themselves fully to the ultimate truth, to Brahma Vidya. So that Brahma Vidya lives in this world, and by that only all the mankind, the entire mankind will have the benefit of auspicious growth. Now that is the meaning of saha now. That means may we together. It's not may. Actually here another thing is that saha now avatu is said. Here the karta, the doer, the subject is to be, it's not there. It is nirukta. It is not mentioned here. The subject is absent. Saha now avatu, saha now bhunaktu. Now, actually the subject doesn't matter, because it is our prayer, our sincerity of the prayer, our perception, our embracing the ultimate what we are praying for, that does the work. It is not the Bhagavan is doing something, listening to my prayer, he is making my mind pure or anything. It is the intensity of the prayer, it is the sincerity of the prayer, it is the purity of the mind which is praying. It makes the result of the prayer already automatically fulfilled. By the prayer itself, the disciple and even the Acharya also, they grow together through it. So what is needed is that they must surrender themselves to that Paramatattva, the supreme truth, fully, so that through their life what blossoms is the lotus of Brahma Vidya in the form of the disciple and the Guru and the disciple. But it is the lotus of Brahma Vidya which blossoms through that. Here another point I want to mention, that why Brahma Vidya is given so much of importance. I mean the Guru-Shishya relationship, the two, Sahanau. Because in this Brahma Vidya is coming down to us for thousands of years down the line, we are still having it. It would not have been available to us, suppose in the process at one time either a Guru or a Shishya were not there. If the Guru is not there, there is nobody to give. If the Shishya is not there, there is nobody to receive. So it has never happened. Always some Gurus or Gurus have been bestowing the Brahma Vidya to some receptive disciples. So this importance of the Guru-Shishya relationship and their preservation, their full pursuit and blossoming is very important for preservation of propagation of Brahma Vidya. Now, Avatu, this Ava is the root word, the Dhatu. It has got many meanings, maybe about 15-20 or so. But here the most important meaning is that Rakshatu, it means to protect. Also it means, in Bengali we say that as if suppose somebody is protecting you, he holds you like that, as Parikshit was protected in the womb of Uttara by Vishnu or Krishna. That he felt that somebody is protecting me from all around. Like that, it is a subtle protection which comes by embracing and engulfing us with an auspiciousness. See, the words have great meaning, provided we spend time, we go into the etymology and we try to understand them. So, it is as if you can think of what we are not able to see. So, normally protection will be given by some people or by the police or by some machineries or weapons and all. They are all visible to the eyes. In this case, for Brahma Vidya, we are wanting protection from the truth itself, which is not visible. Even the prana is not visible. Even the Chaitanya, the consciousness, which is the truth, is not visible. But that Chaitanya is inside us, outside us, it is filling us, it is embracing us from all sides, it is engulfing us from all sides, as if it is holding us. So when we are praying Sahanau Avatu, means let us be, both of us, the Guru and the Shishya, be always in the embrace of this Supreme Chaitanya. Such is the meaning. That works. That means until we are able to get rid of all the constrictions, selfishness, so many things, we make ourselves limited, we make ourselves small. Unless we are able to outlive them, we are able to get over them, this protection is not full. So the Shastras will not speak to us. We will not be able to attain the ultimate meaning of the Shastras. The result will not be had. When we pray like that, that means what are we praying for? We are praying for the ultimate merger, the ultimate yoga, where our small egoistic I gets merged with the universal I, with the universal consciousness. That is the prayer. So, Saha Nau Avatu means may we both, Guru and the Shishya, be completely protected, embraced, surrounded, engulfed by the Supreme Truth, the Chaitanya, so that we can feel the merger in our being. In other, if you have listened to that Shanti mantra as I have explained, you will find that in one Shanti mantra it is that Nirakarana, Anirakarana. That means let me not reject Brahman, and let not Brahman reject me. Actually both are same. That means we should not become egoistic and proud about anything, that we ignore the ultimate truth, the supreme truth. And when we don't ignore, we would want the truth to embrace us and then allow us to merge in it. So the Brahman also should not ignore me. In each Shanti mantra there are so many statements. They are called self-addressed prayer. Normally the prayer we do, we address to some God somewhere or some natural powers or to Guru or somewhere. Here it is not like that. These are all self-addressed prayer. If we do with the proper meaning, then that meaning will manifest in us. We will blossom with that meaning like a flower. Saha nau bhunaktu. So one point I pointed out that in the Shikshavalli, the prayer is done by the Acharya, the teacher, as well as all the Antevasis, all the inmates, all the Gurukula students. They are all praying for themselves. In this case, the prayer is for Guru and the Shishya. That plural is not there. Because this ultimately this relationship between the, maybe there are many Shishyas and even could be more than one Guru also, normally one Guru only. But even there also the relationship between the Guru and the Shishya, it is an individual relationship. So the prayer is only now, not na. It's very, very important. Saha nau bhunaktu. This bhunaktu has come from bhoga, sambhoga, bhoga, nourishment or enjoyment, all that. Here also, who will do that? Karta is not there. That means, may we together, may the Guru and the Shishya together, may we be nourished or may we enjoy. May we is not the grammatical way, that we are, whom we are asking is not mentioned. As I said, it is a subjective prayer. Now, bhoga means, actually bhoga, why do we, bhoga means enjoyment. What is that we are looking for? Right from the beginning, we say that we are getting trapped by bhogecha, that bhoktum icha, that to enjoy. Actually, what is it? It is that the bhoga, if we get, then we are having ananda. We are having joy. So everybody in the world is looking for joy, looking for happiness. We are not getting it, or we are not fulfilled or satisfied with whatever joy we are getting. So we are one after another things we are going on. Say money, we think that by getting more and more money I will be happy. Go on, the more money you get, more happiness goes. less happiness comes, more dukkha comes, all these things happen. So it is actually Sahanau Bhunaktu means here another step by step development is there. The first is the embrace, the engulfing by the truth. We call it avesha, induce. That is, we should get avishta, we should get engulfed by the truth. That is the consciousness, that is what our reality, our real identity is. Now, next, from there, it will lead to Ananda. Whenever we are able to get rid of our smallness, we expand, we get Ananda. Ananda doesn't come from outside. The day we realize that the source of Ananda is within, we should not normally, if we truly realize, we will not run after any of the worldly joys, because joy is from within. And when do we feel it? When we stop running after the external things. So this bhunaktu is not a very simple bhunaktu, bhoga and all. It could be, let it be there, but in its subtlest level, by the embrace of the truth, we should be able to revel in the Ananda. Ananda is considered over Sukha and Dukkha. That means it is not Sukha, neither it is Dukkha. In both Sukha and Dukkha, Ananda will be there. From the Ananda, the whole universe is born. It's Ananda Dhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandeva Jatani Jivanti Anandam Pravishanti Abhishamvishanti. That everything that is happening, the substratum is Ananda. Now, it is not even if it is the usual worldly bhoga, that should lead us to the ultimately this Ananda. That may we be able to have the joy of this study. When will you get the joy? When the selfishness, constriction, our mind expands from its smallness, it no longer remains small, then only we will be cheerful. So the learning should always make us more and more anandi, more and more cheerful. So the relationship that the Guru and Shishya will have, see here everywhere Sahanau, that means we should not forget that it is talking about the Guru-Shishya relationship. The relationship is such that it will release us in the world of Ananda, not the worldly Ananda, but the Supreme Ananda. That it should give us joy. Whenever we are coming in association of a knower Guru, who is a knower Guru? Who has identified with the universal consciousness. So the moment we are able to be in his presence without our getting rid of our constrictions and so many other things, ego and all, we will get the same joy in his company. You will find that Ma has written, whether I have written, I don't remember, but all of us have written once. 2-3 things are there. I think it is in the company of my Lord. When our Swamiji visited Baba's house, that was his last visit. For us also it was the last stay with our Baba. Stayed for one day only. But the kind of Ananda, that feeling still remains, gives rise to our repulsion in us. That as if everything was floating in Ananda, and we were seeing how the Guru Shishya behave with each other. The relationship, how a blast of Ananda came and it filled up the whole universe. It is like that. Another time in Rishikesh we found that we heard that one sannyasi friend of a sannyasin we had gone to meet, of his friend, who is on parivrajana of different, he doesn't stay anywhere, he goes on around, but everybody had great regard for him. So he is coming, there was lot of vibrant Ananda in the ashram already, not Ananda but excitement. So the place was made ready, we were also there sitting at a corner, and the main guru was there. The team of this Parivrajaka sannyasis, I think they were about 8 or so, I don't remember fully well, about 8. They came almost like coming like a wind. They came with a lot of Ananda, and everywhere it got filled with Ananda. They stayed there for about 15 minutes, half an hour, and with so much of Ananda they went away. These are all those days. We had not renounced formally at that time. So these are experiences where we could experience the joy of Vairagya. Those who do not have anything, even they don't carry any money, some days they may not have food also. If anybody gives, they take. But with so much of Ananda, they are moving, they are coming, going, and people also, by their coming, they became so joyous. So it happens often, it has happened in some other cases also. So this is what the Guru-Shishya relationship is. Sahanau bhunaktu means both together, that the relationship, the Guru-Shishya samparka, Guru-Shishya relationship should be such that it should result in Ananda, not a small joy, but free, universal joy. Sahanau avatu is actually sahanau avatu. Now and ab together becomes sahana avatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Then comes sahaviryam karavavahai. Whatever we to do, may we do with virya. This virya, like Shraddha, it doesn't have a full translation of English, in English. So I will use the word virya. Shraddha also doesn't have a proper English. So when we get in touch with this Ananda, what it results in is the virya. In Kenopanishad it is said, Atmana vindate viryam, vidyaya vindate amritam. Atmana vindate viryam. Now, if we look at it from one side, as we have done earlier also, that the real virya comes from our getting anchored in our soul. When we are doing something, following the our inmost aspiration, then we get lot of courage, and we don't feel anything, that anything can subdue us. That is why it is said Atmana vindate viryam. That virya comes from it doesn't come from the external power, external money or wealth or position or fame. The virya doesn't come. You may get some power from here and there. The virya means you will not be succumbed by anything. When you stand for truth, nothing can take you away from there. That is the virya. Whether people try to win you away by money or power, or subdue you by their power, or by taking you to the jail or killing you, nothing will be able to subdue you. You will stand for truth and truth alone. Because you are following your real identity, the instructions of your inmost level. That is the virya, the Atmana vindate viryam. So we get in touch with that infinite powerhouse that we are always carrying, but we are not able to, because we are slave to the world, because we are slave to the attraction and repulsion given to us by the world. We still crave for worldly things. When we can get out of it, then nothing can subdue us. You see again in the Nachiketa story, how could he stick to his third prarthana, that yeyam prete vichikitsa manushye astityeke nayamasti iti cheke etad vidya manushishtastvayaham varanamesha varastritiya. I want to know that truth. What is that? By remaining under your tutelage, because I know that the truth is not, Jamaraja will tell you only this, this is it or that is that. No. To know it properly, we have to undergo a sadhana, and then only it will become our knowledge. What is that? People say that when the body falls, somebody says there something is there, some others say nothing is there. I would like to know the truth of it. Yamaraja found that here is a seeker who is claiming the highest thing. Seeker means he was only 7 years old or so. He is asking for the highest lesson which can be given when a person has enough of sadhana chatushtaya, viveka vairagya shamadamadi shatga sampattihi mungsha. When all these are tested, then only it can be possible for given. The Guru may give, the disciple will not be able to take. Just like Ashwatthama wanted the Sudarshana Chakra of Sri Krishna. He smiled, Krishna smiled and said that you take it, it's lying there, why don't you take it? Ashwatthama could not even move it. Like that, the ultimate truth, Guru is ready to give, but unless our adhara, our receptacle is prepared, we will not be able to take it. So, Nachiketa remained stable. He was not diverted by any of the attractions given by Yamaraja. He made him the emperor of the whole universe and said that you enjoy life. I will give you, if you are afraid that even the enjoyment will die, if you die at 100 years, I will give you 1000 years of ayu. And I will give you a yauvana also, youth also. You will remain young and you go on enjoying. All these things are for you, these chariots, these dances, these musicians, everything will be yours. Nachiketa said, no. I want only to know this. If you know something like this, you tell me. I have discussed about it so many times. I am just only wanted to relate it, that what is this virya? That he could not be subdued, neither he could be enticed or attracted by any of the attractions, not only from the world. The Upanishad says, he brought it from the Svarga also, that also. All the gains of the three worlds could not move him from his decision to pursue Brahma Vidya. See, this is what the virya is. So, when that virya, with that virya, we pursue this truth, what happens? Tejasvinau adhitamastu. Now adhitam tejasvi bhavatu. Adhitam means whatever we are learning, that should become tejasvi. When will it become tejasvi? Normal learning, as long as it is, we are not living what we are learning. Suppose we have learned that, oh, I am, in my real identity, I am infinite. I am the consciousness, I am not the body. But the moment the body is a little, some disturbances there also, or even otherwise also, the mind remains always on the body. And we forget the consciousness. That is not living the truth. The truth should make us feel, give us the anubhuti of whatever we have learned. So, By that what happens? We have learned about the Atma, about the consciousness and various things. But when we have learned from the Shastras, we have learned from the, say, gurus and teachers. But when will it become Tejasvi? When we realize the truth of whatever we have learned, we realize it first hand. First hand means we discovered that it is a truth, means it's a fact. We have known it second hand from the Shastras or from the masters. That is not first hand discovery. When we ourselves discover this truth, that, well, this is what I am or this is what it is, then nobody can deny or nobody can move us from there at all, because I know this is what it is. So when this is very important, when the knowledge becomes realized, when we discover what is discussed in the Shastras, when we discover it first hand, that is, we feel that it is our own. It is no longer, we don't have to remember the Shastras, we don't have to remember what the Guru said and then say that this is what it is. That I have a mind. Do you have to remember? So, Tejasvi now adhitamastu. Whatever we are studying, say now they are going to discuss Brahmananda Valli. That means they are going to present Brahmananda. So whatever we are learning, hearing, that should become our living knowledge. We should be able to realize it by living it. It should become our own. Sahanavavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahe tejasvi now adhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. It ends with a great statement, Ma vidvishavahai. Let there be no intolerance or hatred between us. That means between the Guru and the Shishya. Now people ask that how can there be, maybe the Shishya may have some intolerance towards the Guru, but between the Guru and Shishya means it could be both way also. It should not be there, provided both, as in the beginning I said, both are completely surrendered to the Supreme Truth. That they are getting through the Guru as well as the Shishya, in all their behavior, they are completely surrendered to the ultimate truth, the Supreme Truth. Then there is no questions of vidvesha bhava, intolerance or hatred between the two. Otherwise, what will happen? The Shishya often, out of ego, out of so many other things, pride and all, jealousy, mostly jealousy. In Shankaracharya's disciple also you find that Padmapada, he became jealous. And he left the Guru, went for parivrajana, had many things. Those who have read the story will know. He became quite proud about his writing a book also, which he lost in the process. So everywhere it is there. Even in starting the Taittiriya, I said that Yajnavalkya became so proud that when the Guru said, ask the Shishyas to do some practice for relieving the Guru of something happened somewhere, some papa or so. Yajnavalkya said that I don't think they are the other Shishyas, their colleagues. Yajnavalkya was even at a very young age, he was the best knower supposed to be. So he told the Guru that you can tell me to do it. I don't think others can do anything about it. They are all of no consequence. So the Guru felt that, this Shishya has become so proud about his attainment. So he said that you will not be able to pursue this knowledge. Better you give me back the knowledge. Now it is actually that Guru does not have to tell. If the ego is there, if the ahankara is there, the knowledge will not become functional. But the story goes like that, the Yajnavalkya vomited and there were a lot of Tittira Pakshis. They partake of that vomit and they got the Taittiriya Upanishad, they got that Vidya and they then started doing the prachara. So it is actually modified by Yajnavalkya's touch was the idea. Whatever, I had discussed it in the beginning of Taittiriya Upanishad. So there are various instances where the Shishya becoming proud. About the Guru, there are certain instances, but of a different kind. I have to read more to understand and know. Where that Guru is haunted by some desires and all, that is also there. Normally it should not be there. So this Ma Vidvishavahai, this is very important, that as long as we are living with a small mind, the mind has not got completely freed from all its constrictions. There will be so many occasions where we will have this intolerance. There some Shishya will feel that the Guru is partial to the other Shishya, or he is not giving me what he is supposed to give. Various complaints could be there. So these are all obstructions to knowledge. If there is intolerance, means the relationship I am telling today, right from the beginning, that this Shanti Mantra is mainly speaking about the Guru-Shishya relationship, the how harmonious, true and one it should be, that the two will become one. The greatest obstacle on that path is our ego, our desires and all, which will not allow the fusion to take place, whether it is on the part of the Guru or the part of the Shishya. In both cases it can happen, because we are, after all, often we get caught by the mind. Swamiji often speaks of a story of Divakara, where the Guru was, that is of course in a Pathashala, not Brahma Vidya, but in a Gurukula, Pathashala. He was a brilliant student, and the Acharya always used to scold him, always used to keep him down. So that boy, Divakara, used to get very annoyed with his teacher. That I am so good, I am doing everything all right, everything I am doing properly, but still he is not satisfied. He is always criticizing me. The others he loves, but me he doesn't love. So it went to such an extent that one day he thought of killing the teacher. It took a huge stone, put it on the thatched roof of the cottage where the teacher used to sleep in the night, and made an arrangement so that if the rope is cut, the stone will fall right on the head of the teacher. He made all the arrangements and sat on the roof to operate his device. Now, providentially, that day itself, the Guru Patni, the wife of the teacher, asked the teacher that, every day I find you are too harsh to this Divakara. I find he is the best of the lot. He is doing everything so well, whether it is studies or in helping me or helping in the ashram work. Everywhere he is excellent. But why are you always criticizing him and scolding him? So the teacher said that, oh, you also do not know. Actually, he is exceptionally brilliant. So there is a chance of his becoming proud of his talent, having ahankara. So I always try to keep him down so that he does not become proud and egoistic. Divakara listened to it, the conversation from the rooftop, and thought that, what have I done? What I was going to do. So, next morning he took bath and prostrated before the teacher and asked that, if a student wants to kill a teacher, what should be the prayashchitta? Prayashchitta means the atonement for that. Teacher said, no, why are you asking all these things? Initially he did not pay. He said, no, I would like to know. The teacher said that, why? You are all good students here. Why should you ask that the student wanting to kill the teacher? No, please tell me, I would like. So finally the teacher told him that actually our Shastras say that he should die in Tushagni. Tushagni means they make a heap of husk, and the person gets into that, up to the throat he is covered with the husk, and they light fire from the bottom. The speciality is that the fire proceeds upward slowly, so it is a slow, painful death. This is a atonement which Mandana Mishra's guru, what is his name? Kumaril Bhatta. Kumaril Bhatta also, when Shankaracharya went to Kumaril Bhatta to defeat him, actually they were all Karmakandis and Shankaracharya was Vedantin. So they used to go and hold argument to establish the truth of one over the other. So Kumaril Bhatta was the most famous Karmakanda, that means the Vedic rituals and all. He was the most famous person in that. So Shankaracharya, to establish Advaita Vedanta, had to defeat him. But when he went there, he found that Kumaril Bhatta is about to die in Tushagni. He said that I will not be able to speak now because the fire has already come up to the neck. So you better go to my best Shishya, Mandana Mishra, and defeat him. If you can defeat him, that will be equal to defeating me. So Shankaracharya finally defeated Mandana Mishra, and Mandana Mishra became Sureshwaracharya, one of his four major disciples. Now this Kumaril Bhatta also, those days the Buddhism was at its top. The Vedic, as Shankaracharya established the Vedanta by defeating the Karmakandis as well as the Buddhists. That is how it was, Vedanta was given the supreme position, the Upanishads. But those days many of the Karmakandis were defeated by the Buddhists. So to defeat the Buddhist, one has to know various secret of Buddhism also. So this Kumaril Bhatta went to the topmost master, teacher of Buddhism, and became a disciple. And he was staying there and learning. But the fact is that this is one of the greatest deception. It has happened in our Shastras, it is written also, in other cases also. That deceiving the Guru by not telling why he has come. When we are accepting the Guru, we are actually, we should abide by what we are surrendering to the Guru. But we have something in our mind that I actually would like to defeat my Guru or his people by learning the secret, then nobody will make you also a disciple. So secretly he learnt everything. Now one day when they were discussing, there are various stories also, are not same everywhere, discussing something about Vedanta very harshly, critically. This Kumaril Bhatta could not keep his tears. Some tears came down. So the other colleagues, his other disciples of Kumaril Bhatta, they found and they understood that he is a hypocrite, that he is actually for the Vedanta. But actually it is another statement says that he defeated all the Buddhists, and finally defeating all the Buddhists, Kumaril Bhatta decided that I have learned, I have deceived my Guru, and the punishment of that, the atonement for that is to die in Tushagni. So after defeating all the Buddhists, the Buddhist masters, he entered Tushagni. That is the time when Shankaracharya came and met him. So there are various instances in this relationship where the relationship can get tarnished by our other motives also. But our people were great. They were ready to, when it is a social need or a societal need, for the society they would do it, for the Vedas they would do it, for Vedanta they would do it. But if there is something wrong in the process, they will do the atonement for that also, undertake the punishment for that also. That was their greatness. For example, suppose this Mandana Mishra and Shankaracharya's argument. The condition was that if Shankaracharya gets defeated, then he has to leave his sannyasa and become a householder. And if Mandana Mishra gets defeated, then he has to leave his wife, Ubhay Bharati, and take to sannyasa. They were so serious about it, there was no question of flouting it. And who was the judge? Ubhay Bharati was the judge who is going to win. Knowing that if Shankaracharya wins, she is going to become a widow, and her husband is going to leave her, taking up sannyasa. Knowing that also, she could give her judgment. This is the greatness of our country. We should read all the stories, not just like reading story, but going into the deeper meaning of all these things. So that there are chances of having pramada, inattention, because of the attack of the ego, pride, desires, etc. So Ma Vidvishavahe is a constant caution to the Brahma Vidya students and teachers also, to all, to be on guard that our dedication to Brahma Vidya should be only a dedication only to Brahma Vidya, only to the Supreme, and we don't want anything from anywhere. Then there won't be any problem. So let us read once more. Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om सहनाववतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
मा विद्विषावहै
मा विद्विषावहै
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Now the Brahma Vidya Valli starts with this Shanti mantra. So the promise and the dedication we should not forget right from the beginning, and our example is Nachiketa, coming to the relationship between Nachiketa and Yamaraja, that Yamaraja found Nachiketa to be so perfect a disciple, or so prepared, matured a disciple, that finally he said that the Brahma Sadhana is wide open before you. That means one can enter. Actually, before that he said that may more and more disciples like you come to us. A teacher will always be yearning for good disciples where he can pass on whatever he has in its pure form, which will not get tarnished. Generally we say that the adhara, that receptacle, has to be very pure, clean, because if it is unclean, then whatever, if you pour milk, the milk will get split, or it will get dirty, it will get petrified. So the Guru, the Acharya, he always looks for such pure receptacle where he can pour whatever he has. So Nachiketa, seeing his qualities, that he had fulfilled all the sadhana chatushtaya so well in the first part of the Kathoparishad in the story, Yamaraja said that may more and more disciples like you come to us. Nachiketa, the Brahma Sadhana is wide open before you. Simply walk in. Because for a prepared disciple, the other day also I had said, generally in Jnana Marga it is called Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. At the same time, they say that these three are necessary for Kanishta Sadhaka, the Sadhaka who are not of supreme quality. That they will have to listen to the truth, then they will have to apply their intelligence to analyze and accept it, then they have to do the meditation or Nididhyasana leading to the Jnana Samadhi. That is the way for a normal person. But those who are a little better sadhaka, madhyama sadhaka, they don't need Nididhyasana. They need only the Shravana and Manana. By Manana itself their conviction becomes so full that they don't have to do the Nididhyasana anymore. And for the best disciple they said that Shravana Matrena, that when the truth is told to them, they become enlightened. They don't have to do Manana and Nididhyasana also. These are all stated there. And as an example, Nachiketa is taken. That Nachiketa, he just listened to the truth from Yamaraja and got enlightened. There are other examples in the Shastras also. After that comes this is where the Brahmananda Valli really starts, that Om Brahma Vidapnoti Param Tadesha Abhyukta Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma Yah Veda Nihitam Guha Yah Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Sah Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Sah Brahmana Vipaschita Iti. I think it is there in the slide, you can show, no? Brahma Vidapnoti Param Tadesha Bhyukta. This I will take up in the next day. There are so many Mahavakyas coming in. This Brahmavid Apnoti Param is itself a Mahavakya, not of the 4 Mahavakyas. It is other than that, which we have taken in our logo. In our ashram logo, Swamiji has picked up Brahmavid Apnoti Param written in the bottom. Also it has have Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma. This is also considered a Mahavakya which expresses the various aspects of the truth. Then the third, it comes Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Bhauman. That is the sadhana part of it is coming. So we will take it up next day. Okay. Oh, wait. I have already done the Shanti Mantra, so we will stop.